Hey, you people aren't waiting on us anymore. We're now live.
Yay!
It said 8:30, right? I don't know.
Well, yeah, 10:30 for me, but
yeah,
8:30 for you guys.
Yeah.
But the running joke is like everyone's like waiting on me. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
You don't have enough subs to keep us waiting, bro. Oh my god!
So true, Edward. So true. But no,
so
I have to
funny.
scroll up and read James Hayes' comments because Feisty and I were laughing our asses off.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like seems like a lot of our lives involve waiting on Comix Division to do something, you know, like a video or a live stream. Cough.
Oh god, that's so funny.
Oh man. Whew. That is hilarious.
Gwen evening, everybody.
Gwen evening, everyone.
Good evening, everybody.
Yes.
Oh, that's too funny.
How have you guys been? What's new with the two of yous?
Gary, go first.
Nothing really new. Just, YouTube, work, get home, get a little sleep and all that. Just rinse, dry, repeat. Nothing exciting. Channel's doing okay, though. How about you?
That's good.
Sorry, I couldn't bring more
Well,
than that.
then let me tell you, it was so much fun.
Go ahead, comics.
Yeah. So apparently they did a great job on numbing me to the point where like my eyelid was numb. I've never had that happen before. That was
Really?
yeah.
He got dental work done. So
Okay. I'm up to speed now.
Yes. Yes. I had two cavities that had to be filled. And that's always fun. Not really.
No, it really isn't. That sounds terrible.
It is. Usually NOVACEK wears off pretty, in a reasonable amount of time, usually like an hour or two after I've left. I want to say usually 2. This one stuck around for like 3 hours. It was like 7:30 by the time it finally wore off, and I showed up at 4 o'clock and I was probably numb by like 4:30.
Dang.
Yeah.
All the way up to your eyelid. Yeah, that's never happened to me.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like all of my eyelid, but it was I was feeling it. I could feel it on the nerves of my eyelid. It was kind of weird.
that is really strange. I don't think I've ever had it in my eyelid, but with multiple sclerosis, I get random numbness like in my lips, in my face, hand, like everywhere. So it's like, kind of turn the wheel whenever I wake up with whatever symptoms. So it's like, okay, this is fun.
Yeah,
Can't feel my lips.
Yeah. Well, the great part is like having half your nose numb. That's
so weird.
It really is. It is so weird. Yeah, numb, like listening to Linkin Park makes you feel. I guess I don't know. I don't listen to Linkin Park.
Sure you do.
No, irritated, sure not numb. Yeah. I've felt numbness in my nose before. Not my gums, but.
Never the eyelid.
Never the eyelid.
Never the eyelid.
Right.
Yeah.
That's.
I guess not.
Whatever you're doing, you're not doing it right.
You're not doing it right. What's up, Pixel Nation?
What's up, Pixel Nation? How does my intro go again?
I don't know.
I don't know. Pixel Nation. Comix Division's here. How the hell are you? There we go.
Did you start your video with that today? I don't remember.
No. Well, I started my solo review with that.
You did?
Yes, I did.
I guess I forgot that part. I was listening to it on the way to work today. It's good. Good video. I liked it.
Well, thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe.
I got through half of it and then I had to start the stream. So I was at work. So yeah.
Gotcha. Happens.
The works.
I was watching Hardware Wars before I started this. Getting a refresher.
Did you like my random Hardware Wars reference in that review?
I did. Awesome. I loved it. And then I watched Hardware Wars and I totally forgot that Augie Bendoggy was the chief of the Red Eye Knights. And I'm like, I did not catch that as a kid.
Yeah, that can imply a lot of different things. The Red Eye Knights.
The Red Eye Knights. Well, I think it implied it was the 70s, so
Yeah, drugs.
Drugs.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Yeah, it was pretty funny because I was watching it last night, like for a brief moment while I was recording, and I was just like, Red Eye Knights. I was like, I see what you did there. But did you guys see the whole thing with the dice?
Yeah.
And I was like, because it's funny because like I said, I have two monitors when I record. I have my laptop monitor and then I have my external monitor. And usually, like if I'm doing a comic review, I'll have like Comixology pulled up and I'll be looking at the page as I'm reviewing. And so I was looking for ham salad photos, and there was like this one with him and Fluke Starbucker and Augie Ben Doggy, and there's like the fucking dice. And I saw that, I was like, wait a second. Why does that look familiar to me?
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a second. Fucking Ryan Johnson. That's where you got it from. Well played, sir.
That would be almost cool. Because I've seen Star Wars a lot, and I honestly don't remember the dice at all.
It's because it wasn't there, dude.
Yeah,
I don't think it was, man.
Yeah,
I think that was something he pulled out of his ass.
And it was from Hardware Wars, and maybe that's what he remembered it from, which would take it down a level.
Wow.
Yeah, Star Wars.
I'm trying to remember too if the dice were anywhere in the original trilogy. I don't remember seeing them either.
I don't think so. That's something I think he added in. I don't know.
We could be wrong.
We could, yeah. Well, it didn't make an impression. That's for sure. Not with me.
Yeah.
So. Not with me.
Yeah. So, how many people out there that's watching right now have actually seen or know about Hardware Wars?
That's a good question, because I just asked my wife and she had never seen it, and I'm like, I know that was part of our prerequisite for us getting married, and I don't know how that one didn't get checked off, but yeah, I was a little blown away. She's all, I'll watch it now. I'm like, no, it's not funny now. You have to watch it when you're like 9, and then it's funny. But,
well, I watched it at a public library when I was 4 years old. It was like 78 is when that thing came out. I actually had to go look this up because I wasn't sure how old I was at the time. But yes, I did see it at the tender age of 4. And I thought it was the greatest thing ever. I mean, I already saw Star Wars at this point. I was just like, this is hilarious. The Millennium Falcon, it's an iron.
Right?
The Death Star is a waffle maker.
She has Danishes strapped to her head.
Exactly.
That was awesome.
They showed it to us in school.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw it in my classroom. That was great.
Yeah, I remember seeing it like on YouTube thing at one point. Like, I think my husband was like, have you ever seen this? I'm like, no. And then I saw it later in life, but later as in like 1920. So that was years ago, 12 years ago. Yeah. I'm like trying to remember, like, how old am I?
I was like 10 in 1920. So
1920. Wow, Gary, you aged so nicely.
Thanks.
But yes, if you guys go and search for Hardware Wars on YouTube, they have the whole thing. It's like only 13 minutes long, and there's 2 versions. You can find the original, and then they released a special edition when they did the special edition movies. I want to say, was it the 90s? It must have been late 90s.
97.
When they re-released it? Okay.
Yeah, because it was 20-year anniversary.
Oh God. I mean, that was freaking hilarious, man. It was great. So they CG'd all the appliances in it.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh man. It still makes me laugh too, because that shit's just ridiculous. So who is Ham Salad? He's basically Han Solo.
Han Solo.
And the Wookiee's a little Muppet, and there's Augie Ben Doggy, who's obviously like somebody's dad who like agreed to film this with them. And the lasers are like scratches in the film. I remember because we used to like make these movies, on our little 16 millimeters, and we'd have to scratch in the laser blasts. It was very hard back then.
Oh, really? Okay, that's
you just take a little pen and you scratch it in the film. Wow. Yeah. God, I wish I still had some of those. They were terrible.
That is hilarious. What about something Dark Side? I guess you're referring to the Family Guy stuff. That's actually pretty funny. Blue Harvest or whatever it's called. I guess something Dark Side is like their version of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something. Yeah, I like the Family Guy parodies, and I like the Robot Chicken parodies too. I think they're fucking hilarious.
Well, I just love the whole
Panda Bear, whatever her name is.
Whatever her name is. I always like that something dark side, something complete.
False. Yeah. That's awesome.
No, but he saves or helps out Fluke Starbucker.
Yeah.
Fluke Starbucker.
And I'm trying to, I don't remember what they called Chewbacca, but he was the Wookiee monster.
Yeah. He was a Muppet.
Yeah. He was a Muppet. It's pretty fucking funny.
Muppet. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm. It is good stuff.
When you're 9.
Yes, when you're 9.
I watched it again. I'm like, eh.
Well, the camp is strong, right? I mean, it's cheesy dad humor, I guess. I don't know.
I like dad humor.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, I get sad sometimes because I can't be a dad. And I'm like, but I want to tell dad jokes. But I still do anyway because I like terrible jokes.
Yeah, nothing's going to stop you. You don't have to be a dad to tell dad jokes.
Okay, good.
That's for sure.
I was going to be all sad because it's like, anything with like stupid puns or like really dumb humor, I'm all for. Because that's, I don't know, I find it even more funny when it tries too hard, I guess.
Are you saying you're punny?
I'm so punny.
I know. I killed the room. Sorry.
I know, so early. We
So
just started.
early,
It's been so long since we streamed together.
I know.
It seems like it's been forever.
Yeah.
Well, no, we streamed Monday.
Well, we like on Comix Division's channel.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
we do Farscape now on my channel, which is great. I know, having so much fun with that. It's a passion project.
That is fun. That is good fun. Absolutely.
I know. I get my season 1 via Amazon tomorrow. I'm off, so I'm like, oh my god, I get to binge all the Farscape.
I know, right? What's off? I don't get that. Off. I'm still in my work clothes, by the way.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, technically, you can say I'm still in my work clothes, which is like shorts and a t-shirt.
Oh, just rub it in. It's all good.
Yeah, I wear jeans and a t-shirt at work too, so I'm still in my work clothes. It's awesome.
Who is Nerdrotic Channel again? Oh,
I don't know, some dude.
I don't know, man. Some asshat on the internet.
Totally.
Wow.
Some jagoff who had an internet connection and a microphone,
Yep.
That
just
guy.
like the rest of us.
Yep.
So let's see. I know that we had, well, besides the ham salad gag or bit or whatever, we have a few things to talk about. I don't know if we have more than just the Man of Steel and the Cyber Frog stuff.
I can't talk about the Man of Steel because I didn't have time to read it. I tried.
What's wrong with you, Gary?
Okay, so I'm blind. I'm pretty blind, and I'm trying to read it on my phone. And I just couldn't do it. I was like, God damn it! So thanks Feisty for the help there. I'm sorry. I'm going to read it eventually, but okay. Well, you guys could talk about it. Then I could tell my story of like how I didn't get it and why I didn't get it from my comic store, and that can roll into retailing stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean, you want to go ahead and start with that? We can talk about it.
I could. So, and this is a story that Feisty's heard a million times before, so forgive me, Feisty. But got to my comic shop, and I know this story too. So I got to my comic shop, and I haven't told the comic shop I shop at that I used to be in. I don't a comic shop owner. I don't want to be that guy and be all and think I have to give him advice or any crap like that. But he didn't get his Man of Steels. On New Comic Book Day. So how Diamond deals with this, like a normal company would go, shit, sorry, we made a mistake. We'll send you those books. No problem. We'll overnight them to you. Nope. Well, they'll overnight them to him, but they will charge him, and they'll also charge him. They charge per box by Diamond. So they'll put those comics in a giant box and charge him for that giant box and not wrap them really well. So they'll come in all jacked up and then charge him double his shipping where he loses most of his profits. And even if you get it the next day, even if you get it the next day, you lose all that walk-in Wednesday stuff. So his subs are fine. They're all loyal. but he loses all of that. Now they are returnable at that point if you make a fuss. If you don't say anything, they're not. Now, Feisty mentioned that if you do get on the phone with them and bitch, you will probably get a refund on the shipping. But the fact that this happens, and it always happens with big books. And the little secret that they don't tell anybody is a lot of times with these big books, they're trying to rush them out, and a lot of mistakes happen and they undership. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of comic shops either, oh, we got shorted, or what happens is you basically get allocated. So they only get they don't get their full order. So they allocate shops, and some shops just get cut out. And they play it shop by shop. They're like, well, this guy won't complain so much, so we won't send him any. And this does happen. And this is just one of the many things that's wrong with comic retailing now. And this shows like Diamond being the kind of sleepy monopoly they are. And it's not like they're super evil. It's just they won't go that extra mile to help the shop because so many shops don't complain. And
I do.
Wow.
I do.
That's ridiculous.
You know, and I did too. Yeah, I was never quiet about that stuff. And I was always fighting with Diamond because of just their practices are so old, and it hasn't changed. You know,
no, it really hasn't.
And you know, if the whole industry needs a big change in a lot of things, and we're seeing some positive and negative from that, but that's just one little thing that just irritates the crap out of me. You know, these guys don't have a ton of money, and to you know, chip away at them like this, it's a death by 1,000 paper cuts. That's what the comic industry is.
Yeah.
Sorry to go dark on that one, but
it's true though. Well, my shop had all their stuff and all the variants and whatnot, so my shop wasn't hit. They're usually pretty good. The only time that they don't get stuff in, it's usually not Diamond's fault. It's like due to like a natural disaster. It's usually like, you know, Houston is exploded or flooded or something, winter storm, and you know they're the hub where everything gets distributed throughout Texas. So yeah, they get hit, and you know, shit gets kind of fucked.
Yeah,
that's understandable.
We've had that, I think, not while I was working there or an employee, but we've had delayed shipment, but they will email you like a day before, so that way you can let your, you know, like send an email blast or a Facebook blast or whatever kind of thing you need, or calling, depending on how long ago or how modern your shop is, supposedly, you know, so you could say, hey, due to delays, we're not getting our books today, blah, blah, blah. No, we've had, when the new owners took over, we didn't get like Doomsday Clock, and a couple other things that didn't show up on our invoice. I was like, what? No. So I got on the phone with our rep, and I'm like, look, this is going to kill us. Like, and so they overnighted it. I'm like, and you guys like, I'm not paying that freight fee, so you can waive the freight fee too. And they did. So, yeah, I will make a stink, and I'm like, sorry, but this isn't something, you know, you guys have one job to do, deliver comics. You didn't do that. So, no, I'm not going to pay for this. Like, this is how, you know, we make a living, by you guys doing your job well. And if you don't do it well, you should be held accountable for it. So,
yeah,
but yeah, I won't let shit like that slide. Absolutely not.
No. Okay, so Nerd Wonder points something out, that she started a GoFundMe. I'm not going to give the details, but it's to help Feisty fulfill her dream of being a comic shop owner. I've included the link to the GoFundMe in the description, so if you guys are interested in helping Feisty become part owner of the shop that she works at, by all means, please go to the link and donate. So I'm going to pimp that out. And does Mark Waid count as a natural disaster? That is a very good question. I think scholars will be researching that for years.
I'd say he counts. I would, yeah, definitely. Lately.
He counts. Lately, yeah.
I think he definitely counts as a comic book natural disaster.
The Spurgcano or
Spurgcano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That is. He's a funny guy.
So Nerd Wonder is saying that she is the woman who coined the phrase Comicsgate. Is that actually true, or you're just fucking with everyone, Nerd?
Is it true though?
I don't know. I don't know who coined it.
Is it not true?
Is it not true? I don't know. But it would be funny though if it is true, because that way they can't say, "Oh, misogynist, women hating white men that don't like people of color."
She actually is. Yeah.
Well, there you go. We'll have to make sure that that gets spread so they can blame a woman for change.
Wow, way to turn a phrase there.
No,
Comics Division.
I'm joking. I'm being a sea fish.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I like it though.
Yes. I like it too. I think it's kind of funny.
But yeah, well that really sucks that your store didn't get those books. But yeah, I wonder how many other stores didn't get them then.
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah. It's usually a lot. We were DMing last night about it. I'm like, oh, I remember it happening. It happened with Civil War. It happened with Batman Hush, Secret Invasion, New 52. I could go on, and it was almost every big event that happened. Something went awry with the guy. I'll never forget. Yeah, Civil War. It was 5. Yeah, I didn't get any, and I was like in Hawaii. So like I was so pissed. Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing like having your vacation ruined.
All right.
Wow, that sucks, man.
Well, yeah, it's Feisty. You'll find that out. Can't really have them. Like you'll be in London, and like the guy who's working at your store is, I broke the lock in the door, and I don't know what to do. I'm all, call a locksmith.
Call a locksmith. That's usually how those.
The locksmith. Sorry, I can't not think of Robin Hood Men in Tights. Yeah.
I had to PayPal him money in the middle of the night. That was
man. Yeah. It's funny. I've had filming disasters like that, where I was working on a film project, and my wife accidentally slammed my dog's tail in the sliding glass door.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was the tip, so it's not like she broke the tail, but it started bleeding, and it's like I'm actually filming in a movie theater. So I've rented this space. I have it for like a limited amount of time. My wife calls me. He's like, "You got to come home." The dog is bleeding. I slammed his tail on the sliding glass door. You have to deal with this. I was like, I can't. You have to deal with this. It's like I have this space for like 2 hours. I can't just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So luckily, one of the individuals that was working with me was a vet tech, and she's like, "Okay, wow, this is what you need to do. Do you have an ace bandage?" Yes, we have an ace bandage because I have bad joints. She's like, "Okay, then wrap your dog's tail. It will stop the bleeding, and everything will be fine." She's like, "Put some like tissue on it, and then wrap it, and then it will stop the bleeding." And
ice it up.
Yeah.
So Robitussin.
Yep.
Sorry.
I said, put some Windex on it.
Yeah. Put some Windex on it. Get the tussin going.
Tussin.
The tussin. Little MC Chris for you there.
I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, everything was fine. By the time I got home, I wrapped my chute, and I got home. Everything was fine, and she did a fantastic job of wrapping my dog's tail.
Well, where's the dog now?
Well, he's long dead now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, he was pretty old, and had congestive heart failure, and was on pills. So I lost him maybe like about 7 years ago. I mean, at the time he was like 14 or 15, and taking a copious amount of medication. So
I'm just like really sad now because I don't like thanks for just making me even more depressed. Like,
Well, the whole thing is like, we always talk about, my wife and I were big animal people, and I think it was like her dog died, or it was one of my cats or something. And we were just making this comment. It's like, we wish they would always live forever. Right. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But I said, if they do live forever, then we won't be able to share our lives with these other animals, because we always adopt rescue animals, because
that's awesome.
It's I fostered for a while, so I mean, all this stuff is very kind of important to me, and it's the reason why We adopt shelter dogs or, you know, rescue dogs because, you know, they've been given a new lease on life and whatnot. So yeah. And that's kind of the whole thing. It's like, yeah, it sucks that we lose them, but at least we have the opportunity to share our lives with other animals as well. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. It's a nice little philosophy to have because life sucks.
Well,
I have a dog you can have.
I can talk about how, well, with this week, yeah, like, I think most of, I mean, not that the variants thing is great, but the fact that, like, we sold out of all of our Spider-Man 800 variants, but, like, our 2 ratioed variants were damaged, and then all of our Ramita variants were damaged, and then the rest of our other titles ratioed, like, all of our variants were in it.
What does DC have to do with this?
I don't know.
It's
like, yeah, yeah.
I tried. Okay, I know my jokes are bad, folks. I know.
Hey, we're trying. Those who try the most fail the most. Comics. It's okay.
Yes, I figured. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really sad because Delato does very well. Like, people, like, he's an artist that's in demand. So yeah, I don't know. And there was some really weird discoloration with a lot of the Marvel books too. Like, half of them were like weirdly colored and the other half were like normal. I don't know what's going on with the printer over there, but yeah, I don't know.
Chris is like, boo, you should feel bad for that. I don't, Chris. I really don't.
Wow. But yeah, no, yeah, like, I was really surprised that we, like, sold, like, I think within the first 3 hours of us being open on Wednesday, we sold through every single variant we had of ASM 800. And, like, 2 people got every single one of them. So
holy smokes.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
$10 a pop.
Yeah. They're like, oh, this is going to hurt. But it's the same people that got every cover of Action 1000. So I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so the people that are like, oh, this is a gimmick, this doesn't work. There are people out there that do actually are the completists. And we have a couple people, we have a couple of them at our shop. So I don't complain because, you know, but even then, like, I don't overprice open order, like, because Marvel actually has some of the variants that are like, oh, you can order as many as you want. We don't overprice them. Like, we're just like, they're cover, whatever. But the ratioed variants we do because, you know, we have to order a certain amount of number to get them. So it's like, well, you know, so those are the only, like, the 1 in 10s, the 1 in 25s, 1 in 50s. I've only ever ordered, like, I think 3 of the 1 in 100 because it's very rare that I order over 100 copies of any Marvel book. So
that is sad.
Yep.
Man, that's sad.
So, Minute Action is asking, no justice, hit or a miss?
Hit.
Yeah, I'm digging it so far. I'm behind. I've read the first 2 issues, but I'm digging it.
Hit. I'm hitting on a lot of DC. That's so weird that I'm getting so much DC now and just loving it. I was just poking through my doomsday clock here. Freaking Gary Frank's art is so badass in this.
It's a good issue too. It's a really good issue.
God.
Yeah, I just started reading Amazing Spider-Man 800. I haven't gotten too deeply into it. But I do have to say that the Marvel 2-in-1 was great. And Man of Steel was actually pretty good.
Yeah. I don't even like Superman, and I actually enjoyed the book. The art was great. Like, I thought the art was really well done. So
seems like everybody's kind of liking it. So
I had to eat crow, man. I had to be like, oh, this, because, you know, from what we've seen from the Action 1000 and the DC Nation #0, I was like, wow, this is. But this book is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, and let's put it this way: it's like I know we've all been kind of crapping on Bendis for good reason. Okay, it's not like this is unjustified, you know, hate or spurging or whatnot. You know, there was legitimate concern because of, you know, what we saw going on with Marvel, and I always said it came from editorial, and I think as long as people kind of keep Bendis reined in, he'll be fine. But then we got the, you know, like you said, the DC Nation and the Action 1000, so there was cause for concern. But overall, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to it.
Sorry, Eric Breen just said, Feisty Fan, did you notice Doomsday Clock and a Comix Division video came out on the same day? Oh my god.
I planned it that way.
It
No.
did.
No,
So you're going bi-monthly too?
There.
no.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Comics is by monthly.
Oh god, that's so good.
Yes, that was some keen observation there, Eric. Keen observation.
That's what Eric is good for.
Yes.
Observation.
Good observation.
Yeah,
I do have to say, both Eric and James made it into my video.
I did. Dude, James has been on a bit of a roll for the last couple days that I've seen.
Oh god,
Yes.
he has both of you guys.
Solid.
It's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh so much.
Got a future in YouTube commenting,
Ah,
James.
seriously. Yeah. Both those guys are
And Eric
pros.
Green. Yes.
Oh god, that's too funny.
I love shit talkers. They're my
No,
favorite.
no kidding. Let's see. Is like history of Power Rangers the video? The
videos are done when they're done.
their videos are done when they're. I've never done anything in Power Rangers, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe
We
that was-
and we make Gary feel guilty for when he's late.
Yes. I was doing one
I'm
on
always
Thor,
late.
which I just promptly abandoned now because it's kind of pointless. It was my history of Thor.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a two-parter, and I got part 1 done. And just like most things with YouTube, sometimes part 2 never happens.
no. We're still waiting on All-Star Batman and Robin number 12. We can wait on History of Thor part 2.
Indeed.
But that comic's so old. Does anybody even remember that it didn't finish?
I get shit all the time for actually enjoying that comic, like that trade. I was like, oh, I liked it. I thought it was good.
There's also Iron Man. Does anybody remember Iron Man Viva Las Vegas? And it was written by Jon Favreau.
No.
Yeah. They got 2 or 3 issues in. Iron Man's taken on Fing Fang Foom, and oh my god, the good Iron Man artist that worked on Extremis. I can't remember his name, but was working on it too. It was an amazing comic book, and it will never finish. Favreau's like said, "Nah, I'm never gonna finish it," which sucks.
It's like Hickman's Shields, but it finally is getting finished.
It did. I'm holding it, and one of them in my hand. I'm so excited.
I know a lot of people came in that week and were like, "Is this what I think it is?" I'm like, "That's exactly what you think it is."
All I have
Like,
to say is why thank you, Movie Fanobi, for that comment. It must be Comics' high audio voice. God damn it. This is where the dyslexia fucks me up. It must be Comics' high audio voice over quality, pimped up vocal talent. Thank you, sir.
Damn
You
straight.
you do have a good radio voice, like
do.
honestly.
Yep.
Why thank you.
SD3 Movie Fanobi is good people, by the way.
Yes.
Good to see
We
him.
do love him.
He recently subscribed, so thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. But yeah, Man of Steel. Great book. You should go check it out. I do recommend it. I think if people are going to nitpick for cringe, they're going to go, oh, look, he's talking about capitalism and colonialism. It's like, okay, this is the bad guy, as Eglantine pointed out. This is the kind of shit we want from the bad guy, much like with Black Panther. So it's I really don't see any cringe in it. I thought it was actually pretty decent.
Yeah. You'll enjoy it, I think, when you're able to read it, Gary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to read it. I was really bummed when I got in there. It's also I had like a really short stack this week. I was just kind of and I didn't get Spider-Man 800. So
It was good.
me and Spider-Man are done. It's very sad to say. I cut it off at a certain point and said the story ends there for me, and I'm very happy. I mean, I'll pick it up when I'm retailing again. I'll start reading it again, but nope.
So where was your cutoff point?
I cut off at 600. I thought that was a nice little stopping point, and I was still pissed about One More Day. I actually did a display in my store, so I had these really high ceilings. I told you this before. So I had Amazing Spider-Man, and I had Amazing Fantasy 15 through Amazing Spider-Man 600 hanging up on my walls. I put Amazing Fantasy 15 in like this really thick plastic, case, so it wouldn't destroy it. But yeah, it was up there for like a month in my store. It was cool. Made the news. Yeah,
that's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. But I stopped there because I was done. And our Spider-Man sales like just slowly went down. It sucked because it was doing so well.
Is that when Slot took over, or what was going on?
When Slot took over, it just I think it just started eroding at that point. It did. People just started jumping off, and they really hated One More Day. So many people hated One More Day, and that was the first sign of Marvel like really not listening to fans at all. were them giving them the finger over One More Day. That was a sign of things to come. So to think they'll listen now, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, I think if Marvel is to actually truly listen to the fans, that's one thing that they will rectify is the whole marriage between Peter Parker and
Mary Jane Watson.
Mary Jane Watson. Thank you.
I'm like, really?
Why am I blanking?
My icon.
As I look at your icon, go, what's your fucking name, dumbass?
Live stream brain fart happens all the time.
Yes. This is what we call vapor lock.
Vapor.
What?
That would be a really fresh start approach right there to hook them back up, and not even don't remarry them or anything. Just make it okay. Just bring them together. Have Mephisto come in and go, okay.
To be fair, there was some really touching moments between Peter and MJ in 800. Like, oh God, I don't have the issue right next to me, but there was the dialogue of like Peter saying something about how, you were always a smart one. And yeah, it was really touching. Like they weren't like this whole, I hate you, like, oh, like what was it in another, I forget what issue, but they were like at the door laughing, saying, I don't remember what it was, but I know it was written by Slot at one point. But yeah, no, there was some really nice touching moments between the two of them in this issue. So I don't know that they'll get back together, but yeah, it was nice to not see them have like animosity towards each other, which was good.
Is that what they've been doing over the last couple of years? Is they just had them hate each other?
Not necessarily hate, but like make fun of the fact that they were together.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Slot was basically mocking the relationship and basically jabbing at fans.
Yeah, but this one, like I said, this one actually had some nice touching moments between them. So I was like, and like they still referred to her as the love of his life, like Goblin did, and like even Peter. So it was like, okay, at least that feeling is still there. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got.
I said this before in regards to Disney and Marvel. I don't think Disney cares. I do think they bought Marvel to be able to do the MCU. I think that's probably what is the most important thing. But as far as what's going on at Marvel, I don't think they care as long as it's not costing them money. And obviously that has been the case, which is the reason why Axel Alonso got replaced. It has nothing to do with us, Comicsgate, or whatever. It has to do with the fact that sales are down. Why are sales down? That's a good question. So they replaced asshole Alonso with CB Cebulski, and things have been slowly changing. I think, and I've said this many times before, that we will probably see the real impact of what he's doing in November.
Yeah, about almost a year. I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
and like if people think he's going to come in and sweep everything out, I mean, that's you're dreaming. So if I think I'd be okay with him relegating some part of it to a corner, to its own universe, or bring back Marvel 2 or whatever, and I'm fine with that. I mean, like, everybody should have a say. That's great. But they really need to get back to basics. I've said it in the video. I've said it here a million times. They need to just like worry about telling just fun comic book stories. And how many times have we heard that? And you know, and what do we get? We get and I know a bunch of people spurred out about it, and the art was freaking terrible. But that one Spider-Man face shot from Doctor Strange and Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Peter Parker's freaking memed now. Like, and that's gonna last. I mean, that's a lasting imprint. I mean, like I couldn't, you know, even as a huge Spider-Man fan, not as big as I used to be, but I was like just cringing when I saw it. I'm like, oh God. So that's how this generation gonna remember Peter Parker going, ha, you know, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, where the fuck did that come from?
And the fact, like, and it came from a Doctor Strange book. Like, that's crazy. Like,
and it looked like a children's book art. I mean, I don't disparage the artist. It was bad. That was not Marvel comic book quality. Well, it wasn't. I don't know about now, but yikes.
Okay, so can CB Cebulski hire and fire who he wants? If not, then there's no hope of change. You know, that's a good question. I don't know how that works. I imagine he probably does. I mean, he's the guy in charge, right?
He's the boss.
Yeah, he's the boss.
Yes, I mean, I don't know like how state laws are in New York and stuff. I don't know if they have at will like they do here in California. But I'm sure there's contracts they got to honor. But if he, you know, I think he could, because there's stipulations in every contract that they can find, especially with the act that a lot of people at Marvel have been pulling off lately. Yeah, you can find reasons to fire people.
Yes, that basically is at any place. I think one of the things too is I think that Mark Waid will be going away in the near future, because again, it's not like they can just fire him right now. He has stuff he has to fulfill.
Yeah.
What was he's working on Doctor Strange now. So obviously once those obligations are up, then he'll be out the door. So yeah.
Yeah. I wonder,
does he want to though? I mean, a lot of these people are his friends, you know, so got to keep that in mind too. Fire Kathleen Kennedy. That's coming, Bad Bunny. That one is coming.
And it better, because of the flop that is Solo.
No, even her backers are like, even Grace from Beyond the Trailer is starting to mention it, and she's been a huge backer of Kathleen Kennedy. So once you start seeing like the mainstream trades talking about her possibly going, and it won't be like her getting cut off, they'll like
they'll promote her.
They'll promote her. Yeah, people fail upward in so yeah, it should be.
Well, like a lot of things, like in business too, it's like you were elevated to your highest level of incompetence. And like you said, you fail upward, and that's it's like the office politically correct way of getting rid of somebody.
Yeah, you know. Well, it's the passive aggressive douchey office space way. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Eric Breen. If you look really close, you can see the strings on the back of CB Cebulski. Yeah, every editor-in-chief, even Dan Didio has strings to him.
Yeah,
some aspect. But yeah, you can see them. I think marketing rules Marvel, and we've all known this.
What marketing?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
Like, honestly, like
what? Like marketing, not the comic book marketing. That is
and I actually posted a video, I think. So Netflix is putting out a comic called, I think, Magic Order. And they put out a commercial, and they're doing a lot of like, you know, push toward, you know, available at your local comic shop. I'm like, okay, so Netflix actually does more to bring in people at their local comic shop than Marvel and DC does. Like, yeah, there's not a lot of marketing that I see for comic books anywhere at all, other than ads for more comic books in comic books.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, geez.
And previews, which I have in my hand right now.
Yeah.
Yep. That's but there is, I mean, that'd be a good segue. There is another way to do things that seems to be kind of working a little bit for Ethan Van Sciver.
Oh yeah, let's get into this.
Yeah.
Before we jump into Cyberfrog, there's something I want to bring up really quickly from Kevin.
Sure.
What other DC, Looney Tunes, Hanna-Barbera crossover would you like to see? I would love to see a Batman Beyond Lunatics Unleashed crossover comic. Ooh. So is there anything you guys would like to see?
I'd have to think about that. That was a DC Hanna-Barbera, the one that they haven't done already,
Yes,
or
when they have
just
not done.
you go, Feisty. I got to think about that. That's a
Mm,
serious question.
that is a serious question. Trying to think of like Looney Tunes magic characters that could be crossed over with John Constantine. So,
I would like to see Green Lantern Daffy Duck teaming up with Batman.
That would be cool.
Because Daffy Duck would annoy the shit out of Batman.
But that's not how Hanna-Barbera. Did he say Hanna-Barbera?
Oh, or he said Looney Tunes.
Or Looney Tunes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that part. I was going to say like Penelope Pistol and Harley Quinn.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. But if it's Looney Tunes, oh shit.
Well, it's either or. So you know, pick.
Oh, the Martian Manhunter and the Martian.
Elmer Fudd versus Deathstroke. Adam Strange and the Jetsons.
Who is the witch from Looney Tunes and Hellblazer.
Nice. The P-13 space
yeah.
modulator.
Who would be Marvin the Martian and Martian Man?
Yeah, Marvin the Martian and it has to have been done because that just makes so much sense, but I didn't see it.
I don't know if it has been done. You know, the one thing I didn't grab was freaking Jabberjaw Aquaman. I can't believe
that sounds awesome. I want to see that.
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't grab
Mr. Gazoo and Batmite.
Oh,
that would be good. Eric Breen. There you go.
Oh, that is awesome. Okay, sorry. Little sidetrack there.
That's a good sidetrack.
Cyberfrog.
Cyberfrog.
Yes.
I'm checking to see where it's at right now. It was at 92,000. Did somebody say that in the chat?
Holy shit! Wow, that's awesome.
I think it's that now.
This is day 2, right?
Yeah,
this is day 2. A day and a half.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, something like day and a half. Yeah.
Here we go. $91,843. 1,630 backers for Ethan. That's awesome. He did a live. He's been doing like 9 live streams in the last 2 days, but he did one called something Frog, and it was one of the best live streams I've ever heard. He like really let go of all the. Well, he just got really. He started talking about a colorist who had been working on it, who he had some problems with, and that's the kind of stuff I actually heard a lot of with comic creators. But he started talking about. When he told that guy, he got pissed off and told that guy to kill himself. I never knew the context of that. I never knew, like, before that guy had told him, like, he wanted to drown his children. So
well, that's something a lot worse. So one-sided.
Yeah. So just he went over like the crap him and his family go through, and this is just for being like on one side of the fence, politically, which is insane. I don't blame him for being that pissed and wanting to go, because getting his family involved. I mean, he's still a human being, for Christ's sake.
Right.
And it was very interesting what he said in how he's going to handle this. And for one, he's going to completely bypass comic stores. He kind of came out and said, I don't need them. And then I think at a later live stream, he said that actually comic stores were wanting his book, contacting him and wanting, which I wouldn't be surprised of at all. I think that's true. But I kind of liked how his no nonsense, like, I'm not going to play any of this bullshit. I'm not going to play games. I'm not going to try to get into comic shops. I'm just going to sell my book, because you know what? The thing is, this really is a game. To see a second book get this much money from a YouTuber is really impressive. Like the first one was really
well. He's not just a YouTuber.
He's a bona fide artist, but there's a lot of bona fide artists who could start Indiegogos tomorrow and will not get that much because he is an artist and a YouTuber now, and a big YouTuber.
Yeah, he is a big YouTuber.
And he's been marketing great. And that's what DNC had, like them or not, the marketing has been perfect.
Yeah.
And I think this really is, as DNC put it, is artisanal selling. I don't know if I'd use that. It's just a direct approach. We're the Gen X is the DIY. It's do it yourself generation.
Yeah.
This is kind of shit we do, you know. But I think this is I didn't think the first one was a big deal. I thought, you know, DNC's thing was huge, but I didn't think that was like a game changer. Okay.
No. I agree with you. I mean, he got a lot of money.
and he's still getting a lot of money. So
and there's a reason behind that, and a lot of it has to do with the pushback he's been getting from the pros and the press and the industry, and a lot of it's fuck you money. It's fans giving him money to say fuck you to what's the progressive or regressive ideologies that we're finding in comics these days. So, I mean, it's just a reaction. If there wasn't any of that going on, I still think it would be successful, even if he had the big numbers. But if none of that happened, it wouldn't be this crazy.
No, I think they added at least 100K to it, if not more. And then the store thing. But the second book going this high, and yes, it is EVS. And, you know, there's other creators right now that do have Kickstarters and Indiegogos currently right now, big name ones that are not getting a fraction of that. So I think that is kind of a big deal. What big deal? I don't know, because, you know, it sounds great now. What's really important is these two books that come out, the stories have to be good. Now, if the stories are good, then they can really flip off the industry and create, you know, characters and start a new publishing imprint. Because I agree with, right now, this is reaction money. And that's fine. There's a reason there's a reaction money, because a lot of people don't feel like they're being heard because they're not. And it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But I think EVS's book doing this numbers is a big deal. How big, I don't know yet, but because I've been thinking about it a lot. I've been going back and forth on it, but that was huge, man. I mean, almost hitting $100,000 in 2 days. That is insane.
That is insane. There's no one too. Chuck Dixon came out with an Indiegogo or Kickstarter, I believe. I try to remember. It's called Ravagers or something. Ravage. Thank you.
Here, I'll look it up too.
But yeah, I backed that. I backed Cyberfrog. I'm looking forward to it. But you're right. The main thing is these books have to be good. And I'll be honest with you folks, if Jawbreaker sucks, man, I'm not gonna hold back. It will get a fucking roast because it's DNC. If it's good, I'll say, you know, again, I'll call it out as being good. So, you know, I'm not gonna be biased here.
No, and that's what the other side is in this debate is waiting for. They will pounce, and that's, you know, and I'm sure he knows that, and I know EVS knows that, and maybe they don't care. Honestly, they don't need to. As long as they felt they write a good story, that's cool. But it depends on how the general public receives it. That's the most important thing. But I'm hoping for really good stories, because then that does move this forward. And I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing, especially with this, if you start seeing other people come in and making money, I wouldn't be surprised to see some creators, I don't know, switching sides, because money talks. You know, and that, you know, and that would be interesting to see. It would be really, it's been very entertaining. But Chuck Dixon's Indiegogo, and Chuck Dixon's a fucking legend. Has $6,000.
Holy shit! Are you serious?
Yeah, $6,629. And I EVS, I love you, man, but Chuck Dixon to me is bigger, but because he's been around longer and stuff.
I think another thing too. I think us in the community really need to make sure that we promote this stuff so people are aware of it. Yep. I mean, hell, I couldn't even fucking remember the name of his book. I knew it was like Ravage or Ravagers. Or
Ravage, Kill All Men.
Yeah. I saw that floating around. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, Chuck Dixon. That's hilarious. I have to back this. 2 Army veterans crash in a mystical jungle populated by a lost tribe of women who hunt men. That's 2018, hilarious. Isn't it?
Yeah, but wow. This is based on a story from 20 years ago. So I'm sure they're modernizing it a little bit, but I listened to a little bit of Umbrella's live stream with him, and he was talking about it. But the art looks good. The art looks good, and That is the kind of story you probably have to Indiegogo, I would just say these days.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. Call that a stretch, but
oh, let's see. I know that James Hayes was asking a question. I know I've mentioned this before. Can comics do print on demand like some RPG companies used to do and still do, actually? I know formerly White Wolf, Black Onyx, or Onyx Path. That's it. It's Onyx Path. They're kind of a collection of the White Wolf people who've been bringing back some of the old World of Darkness stuff, have been funding it through Kickstarter, and I know that you can do print on demand through Drive-Thru RPG. Can they do that for books? I don't know. I think maybe Drive-Thru RPG has something like that where they've been doing it for comics. I know that they have like a Comix Division. Sorry, I had to go there.
What you're doing there.
Wow.
But yes, they have like their own website where they do the same thing for comics. Whether that's print on demand, I don't know. I really haven't looked into it.
Forgive my ignorance, but what do you get on the print on? Is it a comic? Is it a book? It's
an actual book. It's a print on demand for like an RPG.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like hardcover? Does it have a cover, or is it just like something basic?
I don't know. I've never done it. I've done the Kickstarters, and it's like a hardback book. Usually, the higher end ones are leather. So, yeah, it depends on what it was. Yes, boo! Terrible joke. Get a life.
Is Indiegogo better to get funding or GoFundMe?
I think it's the type or what exactly you're doing. Like, yeah, I think with you, or I don't know. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, I know Indiegogo, you get the money regardless whether the campaign fails or succeeds. Kickstarter does not function that way. GoFundMe, I don't know how GoFundMe works.
I think GoFundMe, and you weren't interrupting, Feisty. Totally cool.
Oh.
No, seriously, I talk too much anyway. Yeah, I think GoFundMe is just like, give me some money. I think Indiegogo, you have to offer something.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So, GoFundMe, you can start a GoFundMe for anything and anyone. I saw Monday Matt's cat got sick and he started a GoFundMe for his cat. So,
aw,
yeah, his cat's better now.
That's
So
good.
it worked. Yeah,
That is good.
but he remained mundane. So I don't know how that works.
Does he have a mundane cat?
He probably, probably.
Let's see. Did B. Claymore basically disregard or why am I'm being really dyslexic on that word?
Did B. Claymore basically
defrauding? Okay,
defrauding on was he defrauding on his Indiegogo or Kickstarter? Does that hurt other comics pros prospects? Yes, I've always, you gotta just kind of watch it there. I mean, you don't know these people. There's a lot of trust because, people are inherently good. I'm sorry. I know people don't believe that, but I do still, through my jaded little life. I actually think people are good. So people want to help people. So, you got to watch it with that. And maybe he had the best intentions, but it's been a long time. And I think Cap is going to take him to small claims court. He did a video on it. And it's for $45, but it's for the point. And I actually kind of think that's a good thing. You got to hold people to their promise, especially when they took your money. There's got to be some kind of repercussions, like either he can't be on Kickstarter or Indiegogo anymore, or refund the people or something.
Yeah. Well, how long has this thing been going on?
With B. Claymore? I think it's a couple 3 years. I want to say here. I can even look it up. It's a Kickstarter.
I mean, has he been doing like any updates at all? I mean, that's the thing right there. It's one thing because there's a couple of Kickstarters I've done, and it's taken like 5 years for them to deliver when it was supposed to be done in 2. But they did deliver eventually. But they kept updating though. That's the thing. I think there's if it's radio silence, I think that's what's going to piss people off. People are going to be more understanding if you give them updates on the delays and why things are not progressing, I guess.
Yeah, April 2016, and he collected $20,000.
Eric Breed, Feisty Fan, can we start a GoFundMe campaign for Comix Division's humor? Wow. And the hits just keep on coming, folks.
Okay, I gotta say, Eric, is I need to hire you to write my jokes. How's that?
That's so good. Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Don't feel bad for me, Pen Farm Girl. I asked for it. You know, I opened the door, or I should say I closed the door and I walk right into it.
James Hayes, yeah, B. Claymore has a YouTube channel but hasn't touched the subject. Yeah, that's 20 grand.
Yeah, I mean that's
a lot of money.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's yeah. You have to update people if you're taking that large amount of money and just running with it. Yeah, then and apparently he's not the only one. Oh crap, what's her name? She was on Rat Queens for a while, did the same thing. Apparently. I'm going to go with allegedly because I don't know this for sure. I
know there's a couple out there, you know, and I love GoFundMe and Indiegogo. I think those are great. Kickstarter, you're getting a lot more comics out of that, and like you want to trust people. You know, I'm not going to judge anybody for doing it. You know, I mean, donate to Feisty. I might donate to Feisty.
You guys don't have to. It's okay.
No, I'm definitely going to. Tats Fowler, thank you. Thank you, Oz Chris.
I mean, how would it look if you're a patron of mine and I didn't donate to you? I'd be kind of a dick.
Right.
But
I didn't know.
But that is a problem, right? I mean, these are pros that have done something like this, and it's not cool, and I think it does hurt. But at the same time, whenever I donate money, or I guess I call it donating. Whenever I give money to something like a Kickstarter, Indiegogo, unless I really know the people, like with the people from White Wolf, I don't expect anything back. You know, just because it's a possibility it could fail and you get nothing out of it. So that I'm going in with the expectation that I might not get anything out of it. So that's why I view it as a donation.
Yeah, I'm the same way with lending money and all that stuff. Just here.
Yeah.
It's a gift.
Even when I lend money to friends, it's like I a good friend of mine, I lent him like $200 and he's like, hey, I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And you never paid me back. So it's like, again, I'm not butthurt over it. I went with the same attitude of I'm basically donating you money.
Right.
So I'm low rolling, no super chat. I have to have 1,000 subscribers before I can do super chat.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about that. Okay, where are you at right
now? Last I checked, I'm at like 5.
You're at 586.
586. Okay,
so you need 414 if my California math is correct, and actually no, California math, that'd be 800. But
I'm right there with you, sir.
Yes. So like, man, tell a friend about Comix Division. We got to get him up to 1,000. We got to do this. I'm gonna start
do this, guys.
Like, really, but yeah, I want like by the end of June. Come on, have him up to 1,000. We can do this. We can do this.
June? Oh, come on, dude. You're asking a lot. In June.
Hey, you never.
I
all
suck
it takes is one video, man.
Yeah, well, I've had a couple of videos that got big though. That's the thing. I didn't get many subs off of it. So you know, I had my Benez video that went, I want to say close to 2,000 or did hit 2,000. Yeah, that went nowhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hit and miss. It is. I don't know. I think we can. We'll get you out there more. We can do it.
We can do it. It'll take time. I'm fine with that. And the big thing too is, as much as Eric and James give me shit about videos, they're quite correct. I need to make more videos on a more consistent basis. That way, I can be in the proper YouTube feed, not feeds, but algorithms and crap. God, I can't fucking speak sometimes. This is what I have to suffer through when I make videos. God, yeah, I was actually up to about 2 o'clock finishing that damn review of Solo.
Well,
just
it
for
came
you,
out good.
Eric.
That's right. Eric Breen says, I understand making videos helps grow subscriber count. Pet Farm Girl, I agree with you 100%. We need to really take up the cause tomorrow night on the Friday Night Tights. Yes, we will. We will be taking up comics cause. We'll start a Go Sub Me. A Go Sub Me. There you go.
A Go Sub Me.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the funny thing too is like, I watch a lot of the, YouTube skeptics like Armor Skeptic, Shuan Head, and Chris Reagan. And they're like not even once a week. They're like once a month. And they are like, have crazy amounts of subs. But again, they probably had that fan base before YouTube started going down the shitter. So it was like a lot easier, I think, to be a YouTuber maybe like 2-3 years ago before all this nonsense started happening. Did I lose you guys?
No,
I'm just
okay. I was responding to a chat. I was listening.
Okay, I heard it was dead quiet, and I wasn't sure if I was having internet issues or not.
No.
Fucking A. God
Dude,
damn it,
the
Spectrum.
skeptics are why I started watching YouTube as well. And then I don't know, went down the rabbit hole and ended up with you guys. Which is kind of great.
I try to remember how I got onto all this. It's like I randomly found a video. Oh shit. What was the name of the guy? He was the Notch bought his icon. He was like the floating brain. Fuck, I can't remember his name. He took his channel down.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, and I can't remember.
Yeah, he's English.
Yes.
And yeah. I stumbled on one of his videos, which led me to Dave Rubin, which led me to Armored Skeptic, which led me to Shoe on Head and Chris Reagan and The Amazing Atheist. Yeah, it was kind of nutty. Kind of nutty. Yeah, it was after the election. I started watching a lot of skeptics too, and then I'm doing this comic book shop plan. It's a 5-year plan. I'm actually work on it every week. Harmful opinions. Thank you, audience. Harmful opinions.
Yes. Thank you. I don't know what. Here's a better question. What was your first? I hate to use this term, but what was your first Comicsgate video? What got you? How did you guys first notice it? It was actually a World Class Bullshitters video, and then it was followed by D&C's. That's how first thing I even heard there was a thing. I could tell there was a thing popping up, but I just didn't think anybody gave a shit.
Yeah.
And when I started seeing it on YouTube,
because I guess started watching a lot of the skeptic stuff, I started getting recommendations for Captain Cummings, and from Captain Cummings, he very conservative dude, no big deal. I'm not, but I thought his stuff was kind of funny. I knew he was a Trump supporter, and just all the fact that he was just talking shit about stuff that was going on, I thought was kind of funny. I didn't really sub to him. I just like occasionally watch a video as it popped up, and then I found D&C, started watching his videos, and yeah, it was just kind of from there. I'm trying to remember what my first Cummings video was, but
my old boss told me about the thing that happened with, I think, what is it, Aubrey Sitterson, who said the thing on the Twitter thing, and then he's like, oh yeah, go watch this video by Diversity in Comics. So I did, and that's what started me going. I'm like, okay, and then I started watching more, and I'm like, wait, they're kind of right. There's kind of some weird shit happening in comic books. Yeah. So yes, and then from that, yeah, but I actually learned because my old boss and a customer were talking about it. I was like, wait, what happened? And they're like, you don't know? I'm like, I don't really Twitter much. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm too busy like working and stuff. So, so that's how I got it actually. What is it? Yeah. From like suggested to me from my old boss. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. And what did your old boss think of that stuff?
He was, he's like, he told me, he's like, Diversity in Comics is the only person I actually subscribe to on Patreon. And I'm like, what's Patreon? I'm like this little sheltered virgin of like anything that's outside of like Facebook. So yeah, I mean, I have my own personal Twitter that's not Feisty Comic Fan, but I mean, I follow. The funny thing is too is I actually follow a lot of pros, but none of them really promote their stuff. So I'm like,
no,
yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. That's all. And I'm just looking at the world class bullshitters video is Marvel is literally begging you to buy their books, and it came out on May 2nd, 2017. So that's when I
wait. Who is begging for people to buy their books?
It says Marvel is literally begging you to buy their books, and. Yeah, that's and that got it right there. It's connected to DNC's Captain Marvel's Everything Wrong with SJW Marvel.
Yeah,
which came out when May 11th. So yeah, I was like, yeah, so it's a little over a year old now. I'm sure. Well, I guess Cap was doing stuff before that I did not see, but yeah, it's just weird how things ended up the way they did. I mean, they're still going, but it ended up with people making hundreds of thousands or thousands of dollars in comics and getting on Bleeding Cool's most important people or most influential people in comics list, which I would argue that he's probably higher. But it's just weird how things have turned out. And yeah, the only reason I wanted to go is I jumped in to see like how things are going. I hadn't, I've been starting to read comics and I didn't know like what the lay of the land was. When I sold my shop in 2013, things were going great. Things were going great. It was a good time to sell, I guess.
No kidding. It really was. Yeah, and that's another thing too. That I'm sorry, I'm seeing things in comments. One of the things that happened is that the comics market really kind of got saturated because DNC inspired so many people to take up the cause and start YouTube channels to talk about comic books. And so, I mean, there's I want to say a lot of noise. There's a lot of signal out there. What there is. So it depends on what you're into, the style of the person that provides the information, the way they do reviews, stuff like that. And and that's the thing too, is I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my channel in regards to certain things. Like, the main thing is I stopped doing the Twitter drama. I've talked about this before, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just repeating myself. So but there's stuff I want to focus on, like when it comes to promoting independent creators. That's a huge thing I think we should be doing.
Yeah.
And I don't see a lot of people doing it. So it's like,
wow. And you don't see what Feisty just said. You don't see a lot of creators promoting themselves, and this has got to be part of the game now. Like every artist, I mean, like EVS should not be getting shit. He should be emulated. Okay.
Yes. Like and that's the other thing too. Is like I am terrible at self-promotion. That's throughout everything I've done, independent of like actually having a job. Self-promotion I know is so key, but I'm so bad at it.
Comix Division, the shy YouTuber.
Yeah, I know, right?
I got to work on that.
Well, it's funny. It's like I am an introvert, and I'm very good at fooling people into thinking I'm not an introvert, but I am indeed an introvert. So
I am not. I am not that. I don't know if that was, the
decision Comics Division decided for his channel was to hide it.
SD3 movie Finobi, all three of us are not going to Comic. I'd love for comics to be able to come to Comic-Con.
I know
you can.
That would be cool, but
and Feisty is anonymous until the end of the year.
Yep.
Okay, so
when we can change the name of the shop, because right now we're under a kind of like a franchise agreement at the moment, so I can't. That's why I'm remaining anonymous at the moment.
That's a smart move. But I will meet up with people at Comic-Con, and I'll be talking about it on my channel. I'll be happy to do it. It'd be fun. Can't wait.
You're killing me, James. You're killing me. Comics Division is terrible. I know. Okay.
Waiting on his moment to shine.
Emphasis on the waiting.
Waiting. Oh, God.
It's too easy for him. This is like low hanging fruit for James.
It really is.
Pick.
Poke.
Yeah, mana back to the trees. Smart move. Stay for right now until I think by the end of the year, I don't know. I think a lot of the Comicsgate stuff will be dust in the wind. But I think it's good that you remain anonymous.
Yeah.
Considering there's a lot of D-bags out there. So
yeah. So
so I'm fine with that. I mean, that's the other thing too, is it's making sure I attract the crowd I want to attract. You know, it's you know, there's the whole thing, like I said, when you focus on certain things, you'll find a certain audience that may not necessarily be interested in the comic aspect, but more into the drama. So that's kind of the key thing. I want people who actually enjoy the conversation, not just, I don't want to feed the echo chamber is kind of the big thing. I want to actually have a conversation with people.
No, I totally get that. You want to have a channel that's interesting and fun to go to sometimes. And I mean, and bless anybody who's done that with their channel, who wants to, I mean, if there's been tons of success, and I have nothing but props for those people. That's a lot of work, and good for them. I couldn't do that though. I couldn't be negative for that long.
Yeah, and that's the same thing exhausting for me, because of like my body emulates my attitude and mental health. Like if I have a good mental health, usually my body will follow suit because of the issues I have with MS. So like I've got to keep a happy, fun mentality as long as I can, because that usually means I have better days than bad days. So if I give in to anger,
we'll go to the dark side.
Yeah, I will go to the dark side.
Yes.
But I want to focus on like letting people know what's coming, you know, because there is no marketing for comic books. But again, I do have my bad days. So there's some days where I can't get out of bed. Like I literally cannot walk. So it's like, well, there goes my day. So, though I don't have those days as often anymore because I have been in a good mental place. So, but yeah, drama, I'm like, I did the drama when I was in high school. I don't need it now.
Agreed. Hey, welcome back, Nerd Wonder. It's a good thing we got done talking about One Last Day.
Yes. And what did she say? She said, I'm back, and I want to read her comment. She said, you better donate. Oh, here it goes. Y'all better donate to Feisty's charity, or at least retweet it and spread the word.
I already have it in the description of this.
I told her not to do it, but it's really futile to go against anything that Nerd Wonder does. So
it's best to go with it. So.
Yeah, you kind of have to. She gets very angry if you deny her hugs too. It's kind of frightening.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tweet that.
And apparently, Alexis said that they did do the Martian Manhunter and Marvin the Martian.
Yeah, that was like last year, I think.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I'm so getting that on eBay.
It was, yeah. I actually might have a copy. If I do find one, I'll give it to you.
Right on.
I don't know. Should I tell the story of what happened? Like what's going on with that? Or
that's up to you. It's all you. Baby. It's all you.
So December, my old boss had mentioned that he needed to move because there were more opportunities and like he needed to move closer to family, and his wife's health was in decline. So I thought about purchasing the store that I work at, and I, applied for a couple loans. It's not that I have bad credit. I just don't have credit. Like I don't have a credit card because I'm a firm believer of like, if I don't have the money, then I shouldn't own, as I made really terrible mistakes early on and I just wouldn't like to repeat them. So, so I unfortunately I got denied. So, so I was like, oh, well, that sucks. So closer and closer came to February, and he ended up selling to two gentlemen. One of them I knew pretty closely because he was a customer, and I used to shop at his store too when he owned it. So I was like, oh, cool, this guy's buying the shop. So, yeah, so we'll call him Jeff and Dave, as I do. Jeff is the good boss. Dave has no fucking idea what he's doing, and he's running the store into the ground, and he makes really terrible decisions, and he's spending more money than money coming in. So we've got him to a place where he's agreed to bow down as a silent partner, but I had to bring in capital. Well, my parents had agreed to give me some capital from selling their home, but now they're having second thoughts and they're like, no, we can't do it. So that's where I'm at. So I've already tried pretty much every outlet that I could to get this money to buy in as an owner, but it all fell through. So I'm like, well, fuck. So that's, and actually it just happened like a few minutes ago. Nerd Wonder happened to be on Discord when all that went down. But come to find out though, I think they're having second thoughts because I just found out too that my dad has got a serious heart condition that they have kept from me. So I'm like, well, I'm not really upset about the money. I'm more upset that you guys lied to me about dad. So it's been rough. These past couple weeks have been really rough. So yeah, that's, I mean, I have a business plan. I know what I need to do. Like today, for instance, Thursdays are slow because I'm a hustler, baby. We had an $1,100 Thursday. Like that's crazy on a Thursday, at least for our store. Like, cause we usually don't get foot traffic on Thursdays. So you gotta hustle. So that's where the GoFundMe came from. So yeah, I have gone to other outlets. I have been denied because it's not that, like I said, it's not that I don't have bad credit. I just don't have any. So like, and I only need 15 grand. So it's like, it's not a shit ton of money, but it's enough to be like, well, fuck. So that's that story. So yeah.
So which is the reason why the GoFundMe exists and the reason why I'm pushing the GoFundMe. So yep, I think it would be cool if you can, be a partner in owning your own comic shop. That's, a dream of yours. And I think that we should, as a community, help you out.
Well, thank you. I'm not and that's another thing is I was brought up to work hard for what you have. And I don't like money getting handed to me. I'm like, and I told I worked out this payment plan with my parents. I'm like, it's not, but they're just like, no. I'm like, okay. So yeah.
Yeah. So help out Feisty. I will.
Aw, thank you guys.
I can back her too. 100%.
So American Swordfish is asking, will EVS top 1 million? That's a good question.
That's a good question. We need more comic shops in this community. I see a lack of, I don't see any retailing. I don't see much on YouTube, and a lot of it's just like, here's what's coming out this week, and here are comic book reviews. I think they need to do a little more than that. But I think Feisty being in here, doing her Monday FOC, and she's on a bunch of streams and really pushing the positive aspect of comic book retailing. I think we just need tons more of that. I'm going to be in the game later, but this is about Feisty. So yeah, I think it's really important that that we back her because we still love shops. I know EBS and DNC both said they and they have every right to do that, and I don't blame them for avoiding shops. Yeah. But to judge shops with a broad brush when 5 or 6 douchebags basically colluded on Facebook. Comic shops are so different. I honestly, I think majority comic shops don't even know about it, to be honest with you. I doubt.
Well, that's another thing too, is going back to fighting identity politics and treating people as individuals. We got to do the same thing with the comic shops too. We can't lump them all in just because there's been a few bad actors and whatnot. We have to treat people individually. We have to treat these shops individually, and the same thing with the creators as well.
Yep. I would carry both their books.
So would I.
If I was still retailing right now, I mean, out of spite, and I love EVS. I've always loved EVS, but I mean, being in the community, I would carry their books in the city I'm in right now, and if I got blowback, so what? I don't give a shit. But I would not, because I guarantee you I would have a customer who would ask, and to deny your customer, and that one place that kicked a dude out, and then they had to crowdfund to move.
What they had to crowdfund to move their shop?
They had to crowdfund to move their shop. They couldn't afford to move their shop or something.
Oh my!
Then they kick a paying customer out just to send a signal.
I can't even.
And he was a freaking kid. I mean, if it was like a big old grown man, whatever, I mean, I probably wouldn't. But the fact that he was a kid is, and yeah, maybe, he did a video. I don't care. Yeah, he's a kid. You don't kick out. That's such bullshit. But that tells you where they're at.
Okay.
They
And
won't
I
be
have a
around
story
long.
to tell you too today that happened. So another new customer he moved into the area. He's like, yeah, I really loved the shop I was at. They were like really warm and welcome. But then we started talking about the state of Marvel. And it's funny because he sounded like he was a member of our community. But I asked him, I'm like, oh, have you heard of this? And he's like, no, I just know what's going on with, and I'm like, oh, so people that aren't involved in the Twitter stuff and the Comicsgate thing actually have these negative feelings towards, and he even said, he's like, I don't need a political agenda or a narrative in my comic books. I just want to read good. I'm like, I started clapping. I'm like, thank you. Like, even, you know, and I've come to find out like this black gentleman was gay. So it's like, well, a black gay man doesn't like the political narrative in Marvel Comics, then what, like, then maybe Marvel doesn't know what's good for, you know, like maybe they should.
Maybe it's not the window or what's outside your window.
Yeah, it's like
we're saying is,
and that's another thing too. Is
the world outside your window. There we go.
Politics
world outside your window
really,
in Manhattan. But
yeah, exactly. But like even then, like politics aren't something that's really talked about in I don't like maybe once in a really, really like 3 to 4 months. Like I think there's been 2 times somebody who's like been like rah rah Trump rah rah rah. I'm like, oh well, I usually don't talk about politics because it's not about comic books. So let's talk about comic books. So but yeah, that's, I mean, like I said, I try to like, and I don't just, and I will special order whatever anybody wants. I will tell them about a book, whatever. If I don't know, I won't try to bullshit. I'm trying, you know, I try to be very honest and, you know, let people know what's up. But I would never turn somebody down for ordering The Pervert or order whatever book they wanted, because I want their money. I want their business. Like, you know, and that's another thing is people don't see like, oh, well, you should not, you know, boycott Marvel. I'm like, no, I can't boycott Marvel because people want Marvel. So it's like, it's a different perspective as a retailer than what people, and that's another reason why I joined the community. It's like, I need people to see this as from a retailer standpoint. Like,
exactly. And that's the reason why I wanted you guys on initially, was because nobody's been doing that or talking about from the retailer perspective that I was aware of.
No one does.
The retailer wants money. That's the
that's the bottom line. It's like, I'm not going to jeopardize anything to keep, like, I like my customers happy. I want them leaving with a smile. Most of the time I give them hugs because that's the type of person I am. I mean, if they're okay with it, I'm not going to be like, I'm a hug. And they're like, ah, I'm like, I don't smell.
A comic shop is it's a personal experience. I mean, you know, I know not every comic shop is like that, but I mean, I really got to know my clientele. We became good friends. A lot of us hung out. People would spend their hours there. You know, the comic shop adapts to the personality of the owner or the people or the person who runs it. You know, that's why, you know, and Feisty bubbling with enthusiasm all the time. No wonder why her shop's doing better, because she's there. You need that. You can't have some just mute dude behind the counter.
And that's another thing too, is like, if I buy into the shop, I can be there more. I can be the face. I can bring in more people because people know me and I have that inviting. I'm not to toot my own horse, but like when the shop like announced that, oh, they were closing before they sold to these 2 new dudes, they were like, oh, well, there goes the only, you know, woman-friendly shop I've ever been to. And I'm like, wow, you know, that poor person has been like treated terribly at other shops. And that blows my mind. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
that's pretty crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
Let me get some questions in really quick. Comments. Sure. So Major Tom's asked me, am I going to have any future guests? Yes, I will. Probably stuff I'm probably gonna start ramping stuff up a little bit more in July. Right now with work, I'm behind on my project. I'm probably gonna have to start dumping a little bit more time in, which means I will have the inconsistent schedule that I've been maintaining for several months as is. So probably live stream Thursday. I'll try and get a schedule of 1 or 2 videos out a week. But the main thing is I gotta get my project in gear, because I have a month left and I'm at 34% done. So I'm behind. So I need to fucking step on the gas with work. Okay. So American Swordfish is saying politics are so toxic now in the US that even in my country, we hear about it. Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. Yeah. It's all over pop culture now and I'm tired. I don't blame you. My wife was watching was it Kimmy Schmidt, and of course it's done by what's her face, who I just blanked on her name. But yeah, it was funny because it was like, wow, this is kind of an accurate reflection of 2018. So they had this one or a couple episodes where basically they were kind of crapping on men for stuff. Basically, it seems like they're trying to make it like any kind of complaint a man has is invalid because of, you know, male privilege or some shit, or, you know, women have it way worse or whatnot. And again, it's just like, yeah, that's 2018 for you. I'm not offended. I'm just aggravated. You know, I'm not mad. It's just kind of like, well, that's a thing. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Boring. I mean, it really is. It's so tired. And speaking of calendars, oh God, no. That was for my podcast. Let's stick Good Invasion. Yeah, there you go. Good Invasion. Good Invasion. No. Yeah, dude. I live in San Francisco. I'm sure you guys know that by now. And it's hyper political here, like in a non-election year on a Tuesday. People just loved like, hey, do you want to hear my politics? Because I'm gonna fucking tell you. So it's really hard. I really don't care. And it was hard at first to train my customers because the previous owner of my shop was super political. And so, but once that happened, it was nice. It was totally political free. And that's the way I like it. It's the way I like my channel. It's the way I like my shop. It's not that I don't care. I just don't like to get upset over things I have zero control over, which is most politics. So there, that's it. I killed the room.
No, you didn't. No, I was looking at comments and listening. So
Invasion is dead. Who says that?
Time for the rise of Ralph Al Ghul.
Ralph Al Ghul. But we can still have Gwynvasion and Ralph Al Ghul coexisting on Twitter. Anyway, yes. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with this, folks. It left my brain.
I can see that pen farm girl. I'm gonna go look at it right now. And Evil Dead 2 graphic novel trilogy on Indiegogo. What?
Gwen Al Ghul.
Wow.
Gwen Al Ghul.
Gwen Al Ghul. There you go.
But yeah, well, like I said, like there's not a lot of marketing unless the shop is actively pushing books that come out, and like that's another thing. It's like I can't do much because I'm not an owner. I'm just like, you know, but I do it anyway because I don't fucking care. I'm like, I'm gonna get you money, so there you go.
Yeah. Well, when you become an owner, comic shops, I think a lot of times, I don't want to judge everybody, but it was a little bit of a shock to me, like how much work they are. Now, I'm not afraid to work. I was totally down with it. I was a back issue store. I had hundreds of thousands of back issues. I had 250,000 back issues in my basement.
Wow. Holy shit, dude.
Fucking love back issues. I fucking love going through comics, alphabetizing them, rebagging and board them. It is like one of my favorite things to do in the world. But a lot of people don't like that. So yeah, I wasn't a tchotchke store. I had like cool toys and a shitload of back issues. And I sold them. The reason I saw everybody goes, oh, back issues don't sell. Bullshit. You just got to sell them. You got to know your back issues for one. You got to have a decent amount. You got to price them right, but you also got to like really talk them up, you know. And I tried to steer people away from trades. I'm not the biggest trade fan in the world. I mean, they exist. I sold them. They were great, but I would rather sell them a set of comic books, which was always half as much. That I was able to get through a collection. I would make sets, and I made tons of money off that stuff. And it was fun. That's the best part about it. Was it fun? So it's doing the work, but I was also working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for 5 years in a row. You know, I had a cot at my store. We had a little loft, and I would sleep at my store. You know, sometimes wife didn't like that very much, but you know,
I'm sure she didn't.
Nah, she was not happy about that. But that's sometimes it happened. Like a Tuesday night, you know, we're unpacking Diamond, and sometimes we're there till 3 a.m. because we were too busy bullshitting and not actually working. So
see, that's the thing, is
reading
like,
comics. Yeah,
that's I actually like get shit done really cool. Like I work quick, so it's not like I mean, I would have to definitely work, but that's the thing is I'm expensive right now for the shop. Like that's one thing where I need to be an owner, is because if, you know, I have to collect a salary, because then I can work whatever and I still get that. But right now I'm hourly, so I am expensive.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, not knowing what you get paid, and not saying you get paid minimum wage, but it just minimum wage on July 1st is going to be $15 here in San Francisco. That's not, and we were talking about this, Comics, and that's not enough to make a dent in anything in this city, but it's too much for somebody.
No. Well, I think your quote was like, it's not enough to live, but enough to put a business out.
Yeah, enough to put a business out of business, put somebody out of business. It's too much. It makes, well, because the city's stupid, but you know, we all knew that, don't we?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that's the reason why I left California, but if I was there now, I would have left. My God, dude, I don't understand how people live there. A few years ago, my wife's cousin got married in Los Gatos, California, and that place is like expensive as fuck. And
yeah,
and it's like we're going to like restaurants, and I'm like, fucking A, man, how do these people that are making minimum wage here afford housing? Because my wife's uncle, he's in real estate, and so he was picking up like some of these pamphlets they had like on lofts and apartments, and they were like fucking expensive. Holy shit.
No, they live in Fremont.
Yeah, I mean, it was ridiculous.
No, it's crazy.
Holy shit.
1,700 square foot, 2-bedroom house across from where I work. And this is San Rafael. This isn't even San Francisco. It's going for 1.1 million. 1-car garage. Backyard about as big as a patch of grass. Yeah, and that's their asking price. It's nuts.
Wait, what were they asking?
1.1 million.
Yeah,
that's starting. It'll get more than that too.
Jesus.
Bad Bunny's asking, so I traded a comic store for a YouTube channel. Yeah, I guess it turned out that way. But see, the podcast and the YouTube channel they're all kind of part of the plan. They're supposed to work together.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, I would get to run our social media, so that way, like, I could actually have our store's YouTube channel and be in charge of all that too. So it's like, well, I don't have kids, so that's the thing too. I don't know. Yeah. I would just be, I guess the shop would be my child.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah,
it will be.
It kind of already is. Like I'm there more than I probably should be, but whatever it is, I love it. And like you said, like I love doing all that stuff too. Like I'm constantly rebagging, re-alphabetizing. I'm going through back issues that haven't been processed and processing them. And the fact that we have now sets together, people are like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. How come you guys didn't do that before? I'm like, because the old boss didn't do that before. So, you know, there's stuff that we're changing that's good. But then like I don't understand Dave's obsession with toys, because toys are not the greatest profit margin.
That's weird, because that's like one of the things that my shop sells a lot of his toys. And like I said, that's like probably a fourth of their income, or a fourth of what they have, probably the majority of what they have. But holy shit.
There is a real way to make money off of you. It's a ton of work. You do not buy them from Diamond or Entertainment Earth. Those are the last two places on Earth you buy them. There's other places to go. You buy collections, you get into vintage stuff, you get better price points. It's just it's a matter of how much you're willing to work. Like comic books and graphic novels, you don't have to buy graphic novels from Diamond. You can get it from Baker and Taylor. I mean, and there's different ways. There's ways you can price it to make the, you know, especially if it's non-Marvel DC stuff. I got it from Baker Taylor. It ended up being cheaper. So,
yeah, American Swordfish, you're right. We need kids in comics. That's the big thing right there.
And that's another thing is I mean, we have like younger audience like that come into the store too, and like their parents are bringing them in. They're like, oh, they mentioned they like superheroes and stuff, and I'm the type of person that I don't like talking down to children. I like squatting down, looking them in the eye, and treating them like a little human being. Like, and then I get to build a relationship with them. There's a father, a single father with 3 boys that come in every Wednesday, and they run up to me and just tackle me. It's like the best thing in the world. That's one of my favorite things on Wednesday, is to see this family. And like, you know, the fact that they say, oh, we love you. They call me Auntie Feisty, but that's not my real name. So yeah, like I'm their aunt. Like they look at me as a member of their family. Like stuff like that is what I love. Being a part of the community is what I love. And I want to focus more on that than, you know, because I've been in retail for so long. It's like if you treat people well, you're nice to them, they'll tell other people, and that the money will come. Really, like, I mean, we've gotten, I think, what, 15 new subscribers in the last 2 weeks.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's I mean, like I said, the store is trending well. It's just I want it to trend better, and I really do want a say in how things are run, and this is the way I can do it. So it's like everybody will be better if I become an owner. Like, but yeah, because they can't afford to pay me more than, and I'm like, well, there you go. So
that's California.
Yeah.
Gary, what's the timeline on Lex's Cali plan sliding into the ocean? You can borrow Oliver's scuba suit after I sell my house. And Feisty has owned the comic store for 20 years and sells it for a profit. Then, you know, the oceans can have Mother California.
Yes. Mother California.
Mother California.
I love how you put that, much in the same way as Mother Russia.
Mother California.
It's funny because we call Austin the People's Republic of Austin.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It is.
I know. I wonder if there are like I don't know, small business loan grants that I can look. I got to look into that too. If any of you guys have any other ideas, DM me on Twitter at Feisty Comic Fan, or if you're a subscriber to my YouTube channel, you can message me there too. I'll take any sort of advice or anything. I need capital. I need money.
Hey, well, you know, your GoFundMe is already at $70. People have been donating.
Woo! Hey, that's $70 I didn't have like, you know, an hour ago. So
indeed. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Only 2 people, so
that's
support Feisty.
Yeah, we'll shout it out tomorrow night. We'll get it on our channel.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll be at D&D finally. Like, I'm sad I'm missing your stream, but I need Dungeons and Dragons. I need it in my life.
Yeah, that's that's cool. It turns into a video. You can listen to it later. It's all good.
No way.
It does. It's like magic.
It's always like magic.
It is.
That's how the inner tubes works, people.
I was just thinking I have no idea what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. But
yeah.
I'll think of something. Well, Dennis probably worked on it, but
just count on Dennis.
Yeah, he usually he gets the news together, so I'm sure he's got good.
I just started watching Doomcock's review of Solo, and holy shit, that is funny.
Dude, I am a Legionnaire now, and like I can't thank you enough for getting me into Doomcock. Like, oh my god, that guy's amazing.
Yeah, that dude's pretty fucking funny.
So yeah, Doomcock really needs to be introduced to this community. So Dictor von Doomcock, his DVD or his channel is called DVD Overlord, and he wears a mask. And he broadcasts from the center of the earth with a stuffed Cthulhu.
Harvey Cthulhu.
And he it's kind of like Red Letter Media because he breaks down film. Like he has to be an academic or something, or have worked in the film industry because he understands it on a level of Red Level Media. And he's fucking funny, and he eviscerates shit. And his Infinity War review, I know many of you liked it. I did too. It had me questioning, like, if I'm an intelligent human being, and if I really should have liked that movie because he breaks it down perfectly. Yeah, there is no escape for Harvey.
No escape for Harvey.
Overlord DVD, check him out. He's fucking brilliant. And we had him on last Friday.
That was fun. It was very brief.
I was jealous. Yeah. I was jealous. I'm like, dang it, I have to work magic.
He was falling asleep, and I'm like, dude, you don't have to come on, man. He's all no. And then he came on, so it was cool. It was great to have him. So, what's up? Do we see Dalton? Did I see a Dalton?
Yes, Dalton.
What's up, Dalton?
What's up, Dalton?
Dalton, how's it going?
James Hayes is saying that EVS's Kickstarter is now at 93,000. Holy shit, that's awesome.
Wow, that's crazy.
I miss Maranya in there too. Hey,
Rania.
Yeah, Marania's been in.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
She was in since the start. Again, giving me shit for waiting.
Oh my god. At least you actually started early tonight.
I did.
Yeah, I never do that. I can't. I have to do this dumb ritual before I get on. I'm never going to tell anybody what it is, but it's a ritual. Well, it involves chickens and a young priest and an old priest. But yeah, I have to do a little thing.
Well, everybody's got to have their kink.
Yeah,
BillyWitchDoctor.com only deal in chicken. You're welcome. Anyone who got that, you're welcome.
Repeat that, please. I am Sofa King.
We
Todd is.
I am.
Say it a little faster. It's funny.
Oh God, Meatwad kills me. I love that little ball of meat.
Now you're just being mean, James. Now you're just being mean.
Yeah, man. Pump the hate brake, James.
Oh God, that's funny.
Yeah, that was
shit.
funny.
Somebody mentioned the Doctor Strange movie. Oh, ha ha ha! Because Dalton's in it.
Can we start talking about it now? We were just waiting for him to arrive. Postmodern Doctor Strangeisms.
Sorry, Dalton, not tonight. I'm probably gonna call it in a few. I actually have to get up early to go work out since I haven't done it in 2 weeks. Yes, lovely. I'm waking up at 7:30, and as is, I'm already kind of feeling lightheaded and tired. So I'm probably gonna call it very soon.
That's how I feel all the time. Yeah. Not my Doctor Strange, says how your father.
Not my Doctor Strange. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, kids need. So yeah, like I said, there's a couple things that I want to do and implement, but like I can't because they're like no, and I'm like, you're dumb. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I want to do, and I'm like, I want to do it, but they're saying no. So if I'm an owner, I'll be like, that's too fucking bad. We have to do it now. So
yeah. No, it's good to have the say, and it's also better for them if you're an owner for a lot of reasons. There's a ton of reasons why it would be advantageous to them for you to be a part owner, and I think that's probably why they brought it up because what Comics hitting the gym to flex his humor muscles.
Dude, I'm sorry, but the hate is awesome. I love you, Comics, but this is hilarious.
No, like I'm I take abuse for your entertainment is the whole thing. Yes, I am married, and no, I don't want to be just fat and flabby. No, thank you.
That's why when I go to the gym, I tell my wife it's for you. It's really for you. Okay.
I have to look nice in case my wife gets the good sense to get rid of me or something like that. So I have to make sure I'm still.
Which could happen any minute.
It can happen at any minute. Now.
It can happen to me too.
She could burst through the door right now and say, "I've had it with your shit, you and your streams, and your comic books.
You promised me 1,000 subscribers by June."
Yeah, I'm
leaving you. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I will leave my parents' house for good. I left my parents' house for good when I was 18. Thank you very much.
Oh.
No, it'll be easier to delegate as an owner, Edward.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes.
I
never did.
Like your video count.
Oh,
that was great.
Damn.
I dine on your hate. It feeds me.
That's
it gives
good.
me nourishment. Let's see. Flexing on the videos he hasn't put up yet.
There's a backlog.
Yes, there is a backlog.
What is going to be your next video? Got any ideas?
Actually, I want to talk about some of the good stuff that's coming out from Marvel. Specifically, like, Marvel 2-in-1. I want to read the Amazing Spider-Man number 800 and see if that's good. I also want to talk about the Bendis book too.
Gonna say that was going to be a short video.
Yeah,
that's
the Marvel 2 books. Yeah.
You want to talk about good stuff?
God, I know, right?
God, who are you?
There's also a video I want to do for Viking Bitch because she was asking, about non-superhero comic books or weird, strange comic books that are good. And so, I was wanting to do something like that as well. So I have some stuff in the backlog of my brain that will make it into a video at some point. Hey, the solo one got out. I mean, yeah, I was only like what 5 days late.
Hey, that's
Hey,
it is still relevant.
It's still relevant.
It doesn't matter what his next video is because it probably won't be uploaded for a while.
Yeah, exactly. As Eric Breen says, my next video will be me reacting to the midterm election.
In 2020, though. See, that's
Yes.
probably it'll be the next election by the time he reacts to the midterm.
Yes.
Sorry, it's a bad
well,
joke.
in Farm Girl, it will be a
Second
video,
in my head.
so it's not necessarily just a list. You will be able to go and watch it and take notes. Maybe, I don't know. I'll probably listen to the description if I don't forget.
Something like that. Remember the cat. I had to say
Remember
that.
the cat. Yeah. Juan, is he the most American Starfish? Is he the most current artist on Old Man Logan? Because I'm like 3 or 4 issues behind.
I'm a lot of issues behind on Old Man Logan.
I got really sad when Jeff Lemire left, but then I started reading and I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. So yeah. I'd have to look at it's in my pile. It's just not something that I read on a regular basis because I have to read stuff that's new, like #1s and miniseries usually. He's doing Old Man 44. Okay, I'll have to look at it.
Old Man 44.
Old Man 44.
Well, okay then.
44.
Everyone, and at the shop too, everyone keeps asking, they're like, well, what's going to happen with Old Man Logan? I'm like, well, he's in solicit, so I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of weird having like 2 Wolverines running.
Yeah,
around.
I mean, like, I love Wolverine. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I like Wolverine proper. I love Old Man Logan, but it's like I don't need 2 Wolverines in the same universe. Like that's too many 2 Wolverines.
Man, that one is run too long anyway.
Yeah.
Way too long. James Hayes, is that true? Don't review Archie comics. They actually put copyright strikes on some.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Angleton got hit with that.
No shit.
Yeah. So yes, don't review Archie comics.
Okay.
Fanobi. Sorry.
Comics lower the expectations.
You've got the honey-laden voice and no video where you dress up like Gary. Optimize your talk time and lay down the silly tracks. Upload, boom, next.
Who says he doesn't dress like me? I think he kind of does.
I dress like you?
No, you don't. Well, you wear black. Right?
I do wear black.
Am I doxing you by saying you wear black? I just doxed Comix Division.
You did.
Fuck!
He wears black.
I know. I'm gonna be so easy to find now.
Yep.
Yes.
I wear black.
I wear black.
I wear black too.
There you go.
I could never get to the whole black jeans things though. I mean,
I don't like colored jeans.
yeah, I'll wear blue jeans, but that's about it. I mean, I won't wear anything else. I do own black jeans, and occasionally when I go to a show, I will wear black jeans and docs and something
Docs
else. And my docs.
Ah, I've got docs on right now, and I wear black jeans.
Well,
Wow.
I do.
Wow,
I'm straight
Gary.
up Johnny Cash. I wear black everywhere all the time.
That's awesome.
Except
You're
on my
better
live
than
stream when it's during the day, I wear a blue shirt.
You gotta liven things up.
Gotta liven it up once in a while.
Okay, at Comix Division, Feisty Fan, how would you make the X-Men relevant again? Maybe bring it down to 2 books instead of like 5. That might be something.
Great start.
Yeah, okay. I would definitely lower the book count. And no emos here. Thank you very much. I would have to come up with a really compelling story. I mean, that's kind of the big thing is like what makes them good? What makes the X-Men great? I don't know. It's like they've kind of lost their mojo. Maybe a good way of dealing with it would be to shelve them for a bit. Maybe have them go to the background for a year or 2.
Take a breath.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that way, and then come up with a really good fucking story that involves the X-Men. Yeah, simple, right? I mean, come on. Why aren't they doing that? I mean, I have no idea. I mean, it's coming up with that secret sauce of what that story would be. I mean, I have nothing right now because my brain is switched off. Maybe I can come up with something later. But I think the big thing is I think they should be shelved.
I had so much hope for House of M when they did No More Mutants, and the promise was like, we're gonna thin it out. We're gonna make it, you know, being a mutant was rare. And they did it for a little while, and then it went to shit again. So,
well, one thing when they were doing Death of the X-Men, I think, and I know this probably would piss a lot of people off, is if they actually followed through and have it where mutants are dying off or disappearing. I mean, yeah, they had the whole thing with the fucking Terrigen Mist wandering around the world killing mutants and whatnot, but really make it where it seemed like an actual thing, you know? There was no stakes, and it was like the thing I could care less about. And when the whole Inhumans versus X-Men happened, and I seriously, I was so pissed at the end of that story. I like the next time I went into my comic shop, I was like, get rid of Inhumans, get rid of X-Men. I'm fucking done with Marvel. Mm-hmm. Why don't you also cancel all these books too? Because fuck you, Marvel. I mean, I was so angry at that. It's like they had the opportunity to do something maybe interesting and fucking couldn't commit. I mean, you can say the same thing about Secret Empire, but nobody fucking wanted that. At this point, for me, Inhumans and X-Men were done with. And, you know.
Well, we're going to get the death of Inhuman soon, so.
But are we really, though?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Fresh.
I don't
sounds
think
so fresh.
So fresh and so clean.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If they actually go and kill them off, I will applaud them for being bold, I guess. Nobody likes the Inhumans anyway.
I like the Inhumans.
That's not entirely true. I know.
Yeah, all right.
I've just read your mind. You're gay. Yes, American Swordfish. You figured it out. I'm gay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gay for comic books. Sorry.
Ooh.
Gay for American Swordfish.
Gay for American Swordfish.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
Do you guys ever watch Harold and Kumar?
Nope.
Yeah.
The second, that's funny. Aren't you gay? Gay for that ass. That was fucking hilarious.
I love the movies.
Yeah. Fucking
I guess
awesome.
I have to watch them.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I don't get stoned, but I love stoner humor. Freaking love it.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty funny when I first saw like the trailers for them. I was like, God damn it. This thing looks really stupid. And I was like the same thing with Super Troopers too. And then I liked it. Watched the movie. I was like, this was really fucking funny.
Yep.
I'm a movie snob. Or a trailer snob. I don't know. Jellyfish testicles? What?
Wow. This is really digressed into like Englentine live stream.
And we digress.
And we digress.
Yeah, I agree, James Hayes. Well, you can't trust what Marvel says anymore.
No.
Just keep doubling down on the current stuff under a new label. Yeah, that's basically it.
So it's going to be just more of the same. I'm sorry to say. I mean, even this far in, we want to give Cebulski a year, blah, blah, blah. But they've had enough time to make some changes, and I haven't seen enough to convince me that this is going to be anything new.
What, 3 new #1s coming out next week? There's Immortal Hulk, I think the Thor book, and Doctor Strange. So we'll see with those, I guess. I'm actually kind of looking.
It's sorry to interrupt, but
go ahead.
Coming out with new #1s is like the last thing they should be doing.
Yeah.
Like,
agreed.
And how many variants are going to be attached to those? I mean, hopefully
I don't want
a gazillion.
Yeah, seriously. Well, yeah, 27 with Iron Man, so there's that. Yay.
So fresh start would be we're not going to reset anything. We're going to just start a new story with current numbering. We're not going to fuck with it for 2 years. We're going to put it on cheaper paper. We're going to make our comic books cheaper. We're going to make some of this shit returnable. We're going to say we're sorry to retailers. Okay, that might be asking too much. That would be a fresh fucking start. Other than that, you know, it's the same old bullshit. And Now the system. Now I'm you know, to the point where the system probably has to be broken before it's fixed. I mean, it, like, otherwise you're just gonna
come on, dude. You know it's already broken.
Well, yeah, and you're gonna find a comic shop in a big city, you know, but you're not gonna, like, if you're in mid-America, you're not gonna have a comic shop much longer.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks. Or you won't find them here. We've got 7 within 5 miles of me, 5 or 6 miles. We used to have 10. I don't know how the fuck they can afford their rent right now, to be honest with you. It's the average rent for a comic shop here in San Francisco has got to be $4 grand, $3 grand, $4 grand a month.
Yeah,
That's
we've got
insane.
a good fucking deal where we're at. So everyone's like, oh, why don't you expand or move? It's like, nope.
No.
We don't know what our rent is. So yeah, I'll tell you guys after the stream. You're not going to believe it. So yeah, it's crazy.
Thanks, Penn Farm Girl, but I couldn't handle the pay cut. Sorry.
Which is probably true.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
That's nice of you to say, though. Yeah. I would love to be King of Marvel for a day. For what, first thing I do is fire myself and hire somebody competent, but yeah. Hire like Todd McFarlane or something.
Chris,
God damn, says, yeah, that dude is like killing it with his stuff.
Oz Chris says, why don't you send Dave to Marvel, since he wants to do the opposite of everyone, and since Marvel wants to do bad things, he'll naturally want good things. So that's funny. I should send, yeah.
Yep. He'd fit right in.
Yeah, he would. Fucking Dave.
Hope he's not listening. Think Dave's listening?
No, they don't know
Dave.
about this. Hi, Dave.
Personal. Nothing personal, bro.
Indeed. Nothing personal.
Nothing personal.
Not really.
Anyway. Not really. No.
Not really. No. All right, guys. I think we need to wrap things up.
All right.
Losing steam.
No. Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm tired.
So do you.
Feisty, why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
Woo! Hi, I'm Feisty Comic Fan. You can find me at Feisty Comic Fan on Twitter. I do have a YouTube channel, Feisty Comic Fan. I have 2 videos up, but I don't promise anything because I know I can't always deliver. But I will probably do a stream tomorrow morning. Don't get fucked with Feisty. So I'll talk about the books on final order cutoff for delivery of the 3rd or 4th week of June. So you have a couple days to get those on your pull list if you want to pre-order them. Yeah, my DMs are open on Twitter. If you guys ever have any questions, please ask me anytime. I love interacting with all of you. So I get you insider information in the retailer's world of comic books. Thank you. I'm done.
Awesome. And avocados for Gary.
Yeah, showering from Elon. I'm not gay, but Elon showering me in avocados, I'm kind of down with that. That sounds kind of fun. I mean, it's Elon. Shit. Come on, guys. I'll be watching Monday. Don't Get Fucked Monday. Is it Monday? Right? Monday? Don't Get Fucked, or is it Sunday? I just didn't hear what you said at all. Feisty.
What?
Your stream? It's on Monday, right?
No, I watch you and do
but don't
monthly
you do it before, or do you do it when's your stream?
Friday.
Friday. Was it during the day?
Yeah.
Oh god, I can't listen to it live. I'll be at work. That sucks.
Womp, womp, womp.
I know. I'll always do it when I get home. But I will listen.
That's cool.
I will listen.
You will listen.
Yeah.
You will.
Okay, so we need to get Comix Division to 1,000 subscribers. We need to do this fast, or his wife's gonna leave him. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So we need to like really work on this. So I'm gonna do my part. I'll be shouting it out. Also, we have Feisty Fans. We have her GoFundMe. I'll be shouting that out as much as I can on my podcast and on our channel and stuff. And I want to get Comix to 1,000 subscribers because he'd be lonely without his wife. So I think we should do it. Let's try it. That's all I got.
All right.
Little known fact, I am Comix's wife. Oh, no, just kidding.
What?
Oh my God, mind blown.
No, I'm your internet wife, though.
And then he'll be gay. No, it's like I tell my wife, you know, if it's like if things don't work out with her, I'm just gonna buy a real doll and call it a day.
Oh, that's funny.
And yes, that's a joke. And a bad joke.
Yeah, we need him to upload videos, or his wife will definitely leave him. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, folks, as you know, I'm Comix Division. Make sure to give this live stream a like if you're currently viewing it and enjoying it and whatnot, or give it a downvote. I don't care. It's still an interaction. Yeah, and it counts. Also, if you're from the future and you're watching this, like, share, and subscribe. Yes, I would like to build the channel up to get up to 1,000 subs. That would be great, because it means, I don't know, what does it mean for YouTube? Does it means I'm now a thing and they will help me
maybe
promote? I don't know. It's weird. So anyway, yeah, I don't have anything. Good night, folks. I'm tired. I'll talk to you next time. And yes, it will be next Thursday. I'll probably have another video out soon. No promises. There's that whole work thing I have to deal with. And like I said, I'm behind, which kind of sucks. So I'm probably gonna be working a lot of late nights. So we'll get some content out. I won't leave you guys hanging, Chris. It won't be 5 months. Just kidding, guys. All right. Good night, everyone. Take care. And thank you all who are watching, and to all of you future viewers. Without you, this would not be fun. It would be kind of boring because I'd probably be talking to myself. Good night, everyone.
Night, everybody.
Save comics marriage.